Good morning, students. Hope you are fine and safe, and hope you watched these last videos. And let us go on to this next session regarding the first chapter. Fine? Okay. And before we move to the class, just we can do one review regarding the last class. So in the last class, we discussed about this diversity of this living world. Various organisms are available in the world, millions of species, billions of species, we say. And how could we categorize all these organisms, right? And in the second one, the history of classification, so many scientists, they have given their own ways to classify these organisms, right? Okay. And regarding this biodiversity, what do you mean biodiversity? So all those things we have discussed in the previous session, right? And now we can look into this next concepts. What are the things we have to discuss in this class? Fine. Okay. So today we are supposed to discuss regarding this three concepts. The one is three domain of life. Three domains of life. The second one, five kingdom classification. Five kingdom classification. And the third one, system of classification. Fine? Okay, let us go on the first one regarding three domains of life. Fine? Here I have displayed one of this example. If I say this one, you could understand what is domain, the word domain, right? So here I have given the systematics of human beings. So, which means usually we used to give the classification for each and every species, right? Classification. So, I could say one of this example here, that is for human beings. Human beings belongs to the kingdom Animalia, right? And they belongs to the phylum Chordata and belongs to the class Mammalia and belongs to the order Primata and they belongs to the family Hominidae and the genus is Homo and the species is Sapiens. So we used to call the human beings in the scientific name as Homo sapiens, right? Hope you know. Usually we used to call these organisms in their genus name as well as the species name. So for human beings, genus name is Homo and the species name is Sapiens. So our name is Homo sapiens, scientific name, right? So here we have given one hierarchic, I mean this classification method. So this begin from kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, and it ends with the basic one, species. Okay. So here we have mentioned these words, no, kingdom, phylum, class. So these things is known as taxa. Taxa, right? Taxa. So just I said about this domain, three domains. So here we have to not include the word domain. So what do you mean the word domain here? Like a kingdom, like phylum, domain also one of the taxa. Is it clear? But this is higher than the kingdom. So species, genus is higher than the species. Family is higher than the genus. Am I right? Order is higher than the family. And class is higher than the order. Phylum is higher than the class. And the kingdom is higher than the phylum. And the domain is higher than the kingdom. Understand? So this is the hierarchic method. Now let us see. So in the previous class we said, of course, we need one proper classification to identify each and every species. Already there is billions of species available in this nature. That's why, of course, we need one proper identification system, right? That's why the scientists are trying in their level to explain about the classification, right? Now, one of the method only, that is a three domain classification system of life, right? Okay, now I explain what do you mean domain, right? So domain is one of the taxa like a kingdom, phylum, etc. Understand? So now let us see how by three domain classification system this scientists classify these organisms. Fine. Okay. Let us see the three domain classification. So here and this three domain classification system is given by the scientist evolutionist. His name is Carl Woese in the year 1977. Carl Woese. Okay. So let us see how he has classified the organisms, right? So he has classified organisms as per this two types of cells. Have you learned the two types of cells in the lower class? That is prokaryotic cell as well as, yeah, fine, eukaryotic cell. Am I right? Yeah. So prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. The same only here also. So what he has done here, he has classified this prokaryotic cell again into two types. That's all. Understand? So he has classified the prokaryotes into two subdivisions, that is archaea as well as bacteria. Is it clear? Archaea and bacteria. And one more classification, of course, it is eukaryotes, belongs to this eukarya, domain eukarya. Understand? So he has given three domains. What are the three domains? Archaea, bacteria, eukarya. So what do you mean archaea and bacteria? Archaea and bacteria are prokaryotes, right? And eukarya means eukaryotes. Is it clear? Okay. Or else in another one method also we could say means, do you know about this five kingdom classification? R.H. Whittaker is given. Yeah, of course we may learn in the lower class. R.H. Whittaker has classified the whole organism as five kingdoms. What are the five kingdoms? Monera, Protista, fungi, plantae and animalia. Am I right? Like this. So what has Carl Woos has done? He has included all the Monera as two. One is Archaea, another one is bacteria. So Archaea and the bacteria are Monera. Understand? Rest four, Protista, fungi, plantae, animalia are belongs to eukarya. That is mentioned below that eukarya. Can you see this? Below eukarya, what is mentioned there? Protista, fungi, plantae, animalia. So Monera is classified as two here, Archaea and bacteria. Do you get me? Or else we can say prokaryotes are two types, Archaea and bacteria. Eukaryotes belongs to this domain eukarya. Is it clear? Now let us see what do you mean Archaea, or what is belongs to bacteria, or what is belongs to eukarya. Is it clear? Fine. So Archaea. First one is Archaea. So the Archaea is otherwise known as extremophiles. Extremophiles. Why this term extremophiles is given? Because these also accept bacteria only. Archaea also bacteria only, but one speciality is here, that is it could survive in extreme climatic conditions such as too hot, too cold, too salty. Understand? For example, volcanic events, polar ice caps, hot springs. So in these two entirely different extreme climatic conditions, it could survive, it can live. So that's why Archaea is mentioned as extremophiles. Actually, it is a bacteria only, but it is some specific one, right? Okay. So these Archaeas is classified as three. So what are the three? The first one is methanogens. Second one, halophiles. Third one, thermoacidophiles. Right? Okay. So let us see one by one what are these things. Okay. So methanogens, actually example for methanogens or halophiles or thermoacidophiles is not given in our textbook. But anyhow, I could display this figure, image of this each varieties. Right? So do you remember this three varieties? Types, methanogen, halophiles, thermoacidophiles. Fine. Let us see the first one, methanogen. So methanogens, one of this example is Methanobacterium. So why the name methanogen is given? Because it could able to synthesize methane. It could able to synthesize this methane. That's why this name is given as Methanobacterium. Right? So, and it is one of this and Archaea type. Is it clear? Okay. Second one, Salinibacter Ruber. Salinibacter Ruber is one of this example for halophiles. Halophiles. So what do you mean halophiles? These kind of this bacteria can survive in this extreme salt condition. Salt. The first one, methane, it could produce methane. The second one is it can produce salt. So it can survive, live in the extreme salt condition, as known as halophiles. One of this example, Salinibacter Ruber. Fine. Okay. Next one, Thermoplasma Acetophylum. It's an example. Of course, we can say it's an example for thermoacidophiles. Fine. Okay. So, what do you mean this one? Of course, with the name we can understand. These kind of this bacteria can survive in this extreme hot or in acidic environment. Hot or in acidic environment. That's why it is considered as this Archaea or extremophiles. So, in this example is Thermoplasma Acetophile. Is it clear? So, this is a three types we could say in this domain Archaea. Is it clear? So, let us go for the next two things. It is bacteria as well as, yeah, fine, eukarya. Okay. The next two domains are bacteria and eukarya. So, bacteria also prokaryotes only. Do you remember that point? Okay. Prokaryotes only we classified as Archaea as well as bacteria. Is it clear? So, now let us go for the two more domains. That is, one is bacteria, another one is eukarya. Is it clear? Fine. Okay. So, here I have explained about one of this simple differentiation between prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes. Do you guess why it is given this classification or difference is given here, and the difference between prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes? Because, as I said, bacteria are prokaryotes. Understand? And the next domain is eukarya. So, eukarya means it is a eukaryotes, right? That's why the prokaryotic cells and the eukaryotic cells, usually we used to learn the difference. Now let us see what maybe this the difference is there between these two. Then it is easy to pick up what is bacteria, domain bacteria, and what is domain eukarya. Understand? Okay. Just a simple difference is given here. Listen, the first one, prokaryotes, there is no definite nucleus. You may learn in the lower classes. There is no proper nucleus is there for the prokaryotic cells. But eukaryotes, there is true nucleus is there. Right? And the second point, prokaryotes do not possess membrane-bound organelles. Membrane-bound organelles such as, mitochondria, nucleolus, all these things will be absent. Endoplasmic reticulum will be absent for these prokaryotes. But eukaryotes possess this membrane-bound organelles. Fine. Okay. Next difference. Prokaryotes consist of circular DNA. The DNA, the shape of this DNA is circular in shape. Fine. But eukaryotes, the shape of this DNA is linear, like a chain. Linear DNA. Okay. Then prokaryotes, ribosome is there. Among these membrane-bound organelles, ribosome is there for the prokaryotes. But there is actually various types of ribosomes available. Especially for prokaryotes, 70S type of ribosome is there. Fine. 70S type of ribosome. But eukaryotes, probably 80S type of ribosome is present. Is it clear? Okay. Then one more difference. The chromosome do not have histone protein. Chromosomes. So chromatin reticulum becomes chromosome, right? The chromosome contains, histone protein. But here, I'm sorry, do not have histone protein, but eukaryotes, chromosome have histone protein. So this is some basic difference between this prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay. So bacteria means we can say it is a prokaryotic cell. So it may have all these character which is explained here. Okay. Eukarya means eukaryotic cells that have all these characters whatever we explained here. Do you get me, students? Fine. Now let us go for the bacteria. Fine. So here I displayed about one of the figure regarding this difference between this prokaryotes versus eukaryotic cells. So just now we explained this, the differences between the prokaryotic as well as the eukaryotic cell. Okay. So the major difference we said here, the first one is prokaryotic cell, there is no definite nucleus is there. Can you watch it in the center? There is no definite nucleus, but here exact nucleus nuclear membrane, everything clearly it is there. Can you differentiate? Okay. Then here in a prokaryotic cell, as we said, there is no membrane bound organelles are present. Am I right? Inside this, inside the cellular membrane, there is cell membrane. There is no cellular organelles, right? So, but here we can say, of course, endoplasmic reticulum is available, right? Then nucleolus is available, right? Then Golgi body is available, mitochondria, etc. Right? Is available inside. Then one more thing we said here, ribosome is present, and eukaryotes also ribosome is present. But prokaryotes 70s type, eukaryotes 80s type. This is the basic difference between this prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Fine. Now let us see regarding bacteria. Okay, so bacteria, as we said, it's a prokaryotic cell, right? Okay, and this bacteria includes cyanobacteria as well as eubacteria. What do you mean cyanobacteria? Cyanobacteria also this type of bacteria only, but it's a blue-green algae. It's a blue-green algae. And eubacteria means we can say the bacteria, actual bacteria, what we say, we can say as is eubacteria. Understand? So cyanobacteria as well as eubacteria. Cyanobacteria in the sense, for example, we can say it's a blue-green algae. Okay, and eubacteria means actual bacteria, true bacteria belongs to eubacteria. Okay, then and then two more classification is given for bacteria. This is based on this, you know, a benefit of this bacteria to the human beings. Okay, so as per that it is classified into two types. There is the first one is probiotic bacteria and the second one is pathogenic bacteria. Hope you may understood regarding these words. Probiotic bacteria means we can say these are beneficial probiotic bacteria means this is helping for this human beings in so many ways we can say, right? Okay, just one simple example we could say, that is lactobacillus. It is one of the bacteria. It is used to convert this milk into curd. So it is one of the probiotic bacteria means beneficial bacteria. Okay, and second one is pathogenic bacteria. Of course we can understand this is harmful to the human beings. It may cause diseases for human beings. One of this example we can say as tuberculosis. It is causing the tuberculosis disease for human beings. Understand? So next we can display this figure of each for varieties, each varieties. Fine. So cyanobacteria, first type is a cyanobacteria and example is blue-green algae. Is it clear? Okay, second one, eubacteria. So no one true bacteria, common bacteria we could say. For example, Streptococcus pyogenes, right? This is one of the example for eubacteria. Then probiotic bacteria, one of this example we said as a lactobacillus. So this is a image of this lactobacillus, fine, which is converting the milk into curd. Fine. Okay. Next one is tuberculosis bacteria. So this is causing the tuberculosis disease for human beings. Is it clear? Okay, fine. Let us go for the next one is like, eukarya. Fine. So domain archaea we completed, domain bacteria we completed. The last one is domain eukarya. Is it clear? Fine. So eukarya, as we said already, it consists of eukaryotic cells, right? This eukaryotic cells characters we have explained. Fine. Okay. And this eukarya includes what are the things? Protista, fungi, plantae, animalia. So as we said already, five kingdom concept include the five kingdoms. Among this, the first one is a Monera. Monera only, as we said already, is Archaea and bacteria. Understand? The rest of these four, Protista, all the protozoans, all the fungi, all the plants, and as well as all these animals belongs to the domain Eukarya. Is it clear? Fine. So this is the five kingdom classification, okay, which is given by R.H. Whitaker. Okay, so how he is classified as a five kingdoms. So first it is given the 5 kingdoms first given Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae as well as Animalia. Is it clear? Okay. Among this, what is the difference between these 5? The first character regarding the cell type, whether it's a prokarya or eukaryotic cell, right? What do you mean Monera? Of course, it's a prokaryotic cell, right? Then Protista, Fungi onwards, it's a eukaryotic cell. Understood? Fine. Next one, cell wall. So Monera, it's a non-cellular this. Okay, and for Protista, for some of this protozoans, it consists of cell wall. Okay, but many it is absent. Then fungi and the plantae cell wall is present, but animal cells cell wall is again absent. Okay, then body organization, whether it is cell for Monera cellular type because it is unicellular organisms, only cell is there. Protista, only single cell organisms it is, that's why cellular type. Fungi, it is a multicellular. Multicellular means what do you mean? Group of cells form a tissue. That's why they said it's a multicellular tissue. Okay. Plantae, tissue also will be there. Group of tissue is forming as a organ. So tissue type also only group of tissue alone may make a plant, or this organs alone will be there. Not group of organs, only organs will be there. Right? Then so animalia means either it will be as a tissue type or only organ will be there or organ system will be there. What do you mean organ system? Group of organs which is linked each other, connected each other and perform the same function is known as organ system. Fine. Okay. The last character is mode of nutrition, how it eat. So the Monera autotrophic type as well as heterotrophic type. Autotrophic means what do you mean? Of course, it may synthesize its own food, is known as autotrophic. Heterotrophic means it will get the food from this. It is supposed to depend others to get its foods. Is known as heterotrophic. Okay, so Protista also the same autotrophic as well as heterotrophic varieties. Fungi is a heterotrophic one, and Plantae, of course, we know it's an autotrophic variety. Animals, surely we can say we are heterotrophic type because we are depending these other organisms for our food. Understand? This is a 5 kingdom classification which is given by Archaea Whittaker. Is it clear? Let us go on the next. Here, all this classification system is displayed. So what are the classification systems? Let us see the first one. Just we have explained there is the 3-domain system. Okay, so it is given by Carl Woese. Am I right? Okay, so the 3-domain system, how they have classified? They have classified as Archaea, bacteria as well as eukarya. Okay, now again the traditional 5 kingdom system. So 5 kingdom system, how they have classified? As Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae as well as Animalia. Understand? Okay, and the next one, 6 kingdom system. Again there is a subclasses division is given. So how it is given? Listen, the 6 kingdom, bacteria, Archaea, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. Okay, so how he has classified? Monera is classified as bacteria as well as Archaea. That we said already, right? So in the 3 domains classification also the same, right? So Monera only classified as a bacteria as well as Archaea. Then the rest the same: Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. Do you get me? Okay. And the next one, 7 kingdom classification. So 7 kingdom classification, what happened there? Bacteria is known as a eubacteria. Archaea is known as a archaeobacteria. Okay, and the same. That's what we said in the 3-domain system, Archaea, bacteria. Understand? Then here Protista is again divided as 2 kingdoms. What are the two? Protozoans as well as Chromista. Protozoans as well as Chromista. So what is all the protozoans here is to come under this protozoa, and Chromista means, especially here they said its cellular organelles consist of photosynthetic organelles will be there. Okay, and especially its plastid, photosynthetic organelle plastid consists of chlorophyll C. That is a special feature of this Chromista. Okay, and so the Protista is classified as 2 again kingdoms, that is protozoa as well as chromista. So the rest of the things is coming as it is, fungi, plantae as well as animalia. Okay, so this is the system of classification. Till now they have classified this system to identify the animals. Okay, so here I have explained about the persons who was given this classification system. First of all, just to recall it, three domain system is given by Carl Woos in the year 1977. Okay, then five kingdom system is given by Argesh Pittakar in the year 1969. Okay, 69. Then six kingdom system is given by Carl Woos again in the year 1977. Then seven kingdom system is given by Cavalier Smith. Cavalier Smith in the year 1987. Okay, so please note down these things, those who do not have the textbook. Fine. Okay, so let us see some assignments here. So hope you have covered these assignments which is given in the previous session also. So let us see some assignments here. Fine. So the first question is, define extremophiles. So what do you mean extremophiles? The bacteria which could survive in this extreme climatic conditions such as volcanic eruptions, right? And hot springs, polar ice caps are known as extremophiles. Fine. Then types of extremophiles, what are the types? That is methanogens, halophiles, thermoacidophiles. Fine. Then the next one, differentiate probiotic as well as pathogenic. What do you mean by probiotic? The beneficial bacteria are known as probiotic and the harmful bacteria are known as pathogenic. Fine. Then differentiate prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes. So this direct question is not given in the text. So anyhow I have given as a tabular column here. So you could learn it from even from here also. Fine. Okay. Then explain the seven kingdoms. So what are the last seven kingdom systems we said? That is Eubacteria, Archaeobacteria, Protozoa, Chromista, Fungi, Plantae as well as Animalia. Fine. Okay. Thank you.